In today's complex and fast-paced world, financial literacy has become an essential life skill. This skill has always held significance, but in my opinion, today it holds a much higher level of importance than ever before. As stupid as it sounds to say out loud, it refers to the knowledge and understanding of financial concepts, such as budgeting, saving, investing, debt management, and understanding financial products and services. Being literate with your finances. How dumb does that sound? It sounds so stupid, but it's true. Being literate with your finances gives people the power to make informed decisions about what and how to manage their money. This does two things in particular. It helps people become financially stable whilst also giving them the means to build a secure financial future. It's always been a really important thing, but it's ever more important today in the costly world that we currently live in. In this short video, I plan to discuss the importance of it. I plan to talk about some of its benefits and also how it can be promoted for the betterment of society. As a one-liner, it is a crucial skill to master for people of all ages and backgrounds. Learning about financial literacy and integrating it into our own lives comes with a lot of benefits, which are definitely worth highlighting. Firstly, by developing and improving upon these skills, you will be able to manage your money more effectively. This means things like being able to develop budgets and stick to them because you'll build habits around the money that's coming in and going out, and it will give you a full scope of what you can and can't do with it. It also is a most important one as well, will help you make better decisions with your spending, which can really have a massive impact if you get it under control early and maintain those habits for a long period of time. Consequently, in the opposite direction as well, people who don't have their spending under control generally spiral out of control because they become dependent on the dopamine hit that they get when they spend money to better their lives or to just kind of give themselves a kick of a boost that they need when they are feeling down or they feel like they have excess money to waste. When you surround yourself by this type of content and you look to improve your overall financial position, it helps you develop the skills needed to save effectively. And this comes into longer term planning. So planning for your future is a really important thing to do. Living in the now is very important, but also making sure that the person that you want to be in the future has all of the nutrients they need to be able to get there in terms of health, fitness, education, monetary setup, everything that falls into that category. Finance is a massive part in that to create the future that you want to have. Why I'm talking about it so much is because people don't look at long-term goals as things that they really truly need to spend time putting in place and building up. They think it's something that will just happen overnight. I have a friend who wants to buy a house. They think that it's literally as simple as I'll save a deposit this year and I'll go out and buy one. It is not that simple for most people, and this person in particular is most likely going to struggle with that plan. I put years and years and years of habits, healthy habits with money into place to be able to buy the 2 properties that I now own, and I'm in a position where I'm going to force myself to pay them off relatively quickly, and who knows, I might end up buying another one in the future because I'll have that option. I have these habits built in place, I've learned these skills, and now I'm optimizing them in a way that make it almost easy. It's a bad way to say it, but almost easy to actually put them into practice. They are the types of things that, if planned well, will improve someone's quality of life immensely in the long term. Every day will be a little bit better to the point where it's just great. The second thing that improving your financial literacy skills equips you to be able to do is to accurately assess financial products and services. And this one is very important. It's one that I'm going to talk about just for a minute now, because this one is something that people definitely don't understand until they understand it. Loans, credit cards, insurance policies, and everyday subscriptions are all things that people really don't have a grasp of unless they really put time and effort into understanding the product. I know people who have mortgages and they don't even know what their interest rate is. Interest rates at the moment are the highest they've been in decades. This is a terrifying time for some people, and the people who have mortgages who don't understand how their loan structure works, what their fees are, what they're paying for, what the product they're getting is pretty terrifying. Same goes for insurance policies. I have friends who have insurance policies that probably haven't read the PDS and don't understand specifically what they're getting covered for. They're just assuming that, oh, I have house insurance, so if my house burns down, they'll pay me the money out for a brand new one. Insurance policies don't work like that. They are very strictly put together in ways that still benefit the banks from taking your money and basically offering you a service that might not be everything you think you need in it. The point is becoming financially literate, learning more about these products and services is a crucial thing to understand, because you A, save money on these types of payments and services that you're paying for over time if you understand how to optimize them, but B, you will be making sure that you're actually getting the quality that you think you should be. I'll name another one. I can talk about these examples forever. I know people who have private healthcare, don't utilize it at all, should definitely be on a different plan, and are paying thousands of dollars, if not tens of thousands of dollars a year for a service that they don't actually utilize. That is just stupid in every possible way. It doesn't make any sense. They say, oh, I've got it just in case something happens, but there's so many ways around it. There's so many better ways to go about it. And then they complain, I can't pay my mortgage. I'm not making a dent in the big debt that I have. I have overdrawn credit card debt. It just freaks me out. I'm kind of having a rant today. That's what this video is about, is to say to people who make it this far into the video, understand this. Learning about these topics, learning about this type of product, service, world of finance will do nothing but benefit your life if you have a basic understanding of all of it, and the things that are really important to you, hone in and learn more about it. The other element that comes out of that, and this one I'll keep very short, I promise, is when you understand how to evaluate these products and services, it will allow you to avoid predatory services as well, where they can easily entice you with the advertisement and then they catch you with the fine print. I'll name a few examples just to quickly get it off the list. Personal loans, credit cards, definitely a big one. Anything that comes with debt, anything that comes with hidden interest or hidden fees that you may not be aware of, understanding how to assess these financial products will give nothing but power back to you, being the end user, the person who doesn't need to suffer through unexpected fees, overdraft fees, high interest rates, locked in contracts. I'm going to stop there for number 2. Let's move on to number 3. This one is probably the most important, especially in our day and age, and that is debt management. Having knowledge about the repercussions of taking on excessive debt, whilst also having an effective mitigation strategy to avoid falling into the traps of what debt can pose, is really important. In today's world, people have debt. Everyone has debt. I have debt. Everyone has debt. Debt is bad for the most part. It's hard to argue. I don't really want to talk about it like that in today's video. The point is, generally speaking, debt is bad. Having an understanding of how to optimize debt, because most of us take it on in the form of student loans, mortgages, credit card debt, car loans, you name it. There are so many financial products these days that come with buy now, pay later services in any capacity. It's terrifying how many people are severely affected by the traps that these products have. I know people who are still paying down credit card debt from over a decade ago because they maxed out a credit card on an overseas holiday or put a down payment on a car, and the outcome of that has been them living what I would call a shit life in the world of finance ever since they made that stupid choice. Having an understanding of debt management, practicing delayed gratification, all things I talk about on this channel pretty frequently, promotes good habits, which allows you to ultimately take on what I would call good debt, very cautiously in quotations, allows you to take on good debt that can be in the form of things like assets, which appreciate over time. The concept of property always goes up in Australia has held true for a really long time now, which is kind of sad for people trying to buy a house that currently can't. But the point overall is having an understanding of how to manage debt, where I'm going to leave it, is one of the most crucial things you can possibly do in the world of finance. Let's level up now to the final thing I want to tick off my list for today's video, and that is what financial literacy does as you develop it over time. It promotes entrepreneurship, basically. It teaches people that there's more than just doing the 9-to-5 job. They can seek other opportunities. They can take advantage of opportunities when they come up, because people who have an understanding of how finances work, have an understanding of how to manage it, can jump at the opportunities because they're ready to go when the time comes. It's a really important one, and something that lots of people don't understand, where these people who make millions of dollars a year, where they get the skills to do it. It all starts from starting by reading a book or watching a YouTube video, which I'll talk more on in a moment. The main thing before I get there is that I'm not saying by learning about your finances and managing your finances better, you're going to make $10 million a year. There is a very niche group of people who have to make certain sacrifices to be in the position that they're in. That's not what I'm referring to. I'm referring more to the fact that people who have this mindset can negotiate and have the ability to optimize what their work routine looks like, because most people have to work these days to do what they want to do in their life. So a good example is when you are financially savvy, you can negotiate how your work routine looks like. Instead of working a 9 to 5, I do a 4-day work week in my current job. It's pretty damn good. It's more common than you might think. There are lots of people that do 9-day fortnights and mixed work routines. I found a way to negotiate that into my work routine. And the point I'm trying to make out of it was I understood the mechanics behind what I could do with a day off, like recording a YouTube video, doing exactly what I'm doing right now. And the benefits that have come from that have actually been an increase in my earnings potential. It's valuable to me. The time commitment isn't any different outside of someone who's working a 9 to 5. And it's something that is just quite truly amazing how learning about all of these skills and developing them over time has enabled me to put it into practice to the point now where it's pretty cool. It's kind of cool that I get to do this on my day off, and I'm really interested in doing it. It's something that I like doing. I don't feel like I have to do it. And the benefits are coming in the form of, at the moment, a monetary benefit, but also I'm learning plenty as I go. The cool thing about it is that today, learning about finance is pretty much mainstreamed information that's free and accessible anywhere. You can watch videos on YouTube, you can read self-help books, you can talk to people who are in a better financial position than you are, and gain some knowledge from them. There is an endless source of information out there that can help you tailor your financial situation to your own needs, which is awesome. You just need to start taking that step and start working on it. The benefits will come down the track, especially as you start to get into the groove of it. I am all for the promotion and education of financial literacy and developing finance skills. I think that it should be taught in mainstream schools as a curriculum subject, something that everyone should be studying from a relatively young age. I think it's as important as learning maths and English in today's era. Potentially, they could be intertwined into them. The point is that I think there should be a higher focus in our education system on these topics, with the end goal being that it should lay a strong foundation for future financial decision making and hopefully enable individuals to take control of their financial well-being, avoid debt traps, and make sound choices when it comes to the decisions that they're going to have to make throughout their life that will massively impact their ability to do things like retire, buy a house, and take vacation time, which are all important things, I believe, to every single human on this planet, especially those who have the luxury of it being an option for them today. That's pretty much where I'm going to leave you. That's all I really wanted to cover. I wanted to rant a bit about financial literacy. I haven't actually done it in over 300 videos, even though it's all kind of intertwined throughout my videos. That's where I'm going to leave you. So if you enjoyed today's video, hit that like and subscribe button. Start on your journey. I really encourage you to do it. If you made it this far, you're interested. So make sure you make it work for you, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.